Ever since I was a kid, I was a problem solver. My sophomore year, I joined Balboa's mock trial team, and this was the first time my passion for law sparked. This passion continued to grow when I entered my school's law academy pathway this past year. I got my first glimpse into legal education, and I knew then that I wanted to pursue a career in law. I hope to earn a law degree so that my education and experience with the law will help me address socio-economic issues that face underrepresented communities. Whether that's amending harmful legislations or representing low-income defendants, I want to use my voice to advocate for those who have had theirs silenced.
Growing up, I have always witnessed how my parents worked so hard to give me and my brothers a good life. My dad and my older brother immigrated to the United States when I was younger, and for many years he worked as a delivery driver for 2 different employers from 8 a.m. to midnight and was never ever at home. Both my parents are always working to make a life for me and my brothers, which is why I made a promise to myself that I will take advantage of all the opportunities I am able to get. College excites me because it's a way to give back to my parents for their sacrifices.
One issue I care very deeply about is period poverty. When I was learning more about period poverty, something that really touched me was how period poverty not only impacts health outcomes, it also impacts educational outcomes. Because of this, I started my own project, the Evergreen project. I called it Evergreen because evergreens are known for their ability to thrive in cold, challenging times. My project is entirely youth-run, and we try to dismantle period stigma to bridge the gap in menstrual health education and to provide free menstrual products in collaboration with local shelters. My own experience with the Evergreen project has demonstrated that there is a need for advocates and for groups to be working towards social justice, even in spaces that are taboo and stigmatized.
I am passionate about studying medicine due to personal experiences and intellectual curiosity. Not being able to take care of my sister when she had cancer was one reason I chose to take medicine, since it was not enough to take care of her from home. I would also love to know the latest advances in science and knowing more about why some things related to science tend to be a mystery.
As the role model, I prioritize my education and extracurricular activities over my mental health, but I am really grateful that I did become a part of the UCSF Teen Wellness Connection program, where I learned how to not only educate myself on ways to cope with depression, but also educate others on the stigmatized normal issue within our society.
More directly with addressing health disparities in my community, I enact on the mental health issues plaguing Filipino youth in San Francisco that are contributing to the incredibly high rates of suicide ideation among these youth. I lead a youth-led research project focusing on the effect of Filipino family dynamics of culture and its effects on the mental health of youth. And we are organizing a youth mental wellness conference based on our findings. I believe that students who come from under-resourced backgrounds have the ability to make a profound impact in areas of our most influential industries and institutions. Therefore, as a leader, I use my passion and my skills to empower these youth and become the beacon for change for people who share similar backgrounds.
My mom used to tell me that if you want to be successful, you have to learn how to think for yourself and find solutions to problems, and I hope to live up to her words. In September 2014, the civil war began in Yemen. One day, when I was in the classroom, an airstrike dropped near to the school. Girls were crying, but I didn't. I felt fearless. I told them to stay in the classroom because outside filled with the sharpnels, and we have to be calm and strong. Overall, my parents' support was the reason I overcame these powerful memories. They taught me how to be patient and strong enough to go through difficulties in life, no matter what.
Becoming a lawyer has always been a dream and an aspiration of mine. I want to help see change in the world, help justice be served, and ultimately help somebody's life change for the better. More specifically, I want to be a public defender, those who focus on people who can't afford lawyers for themselves. When I was younger, my father was a victim of a gun violence attack, leaving him hospitalized for months. This took a huge financial toll on my family and a huge mental impact in our family as well. The legal system felt like it was pushing it aside, like it wasn't important, and like it wasn't something that they needed to prioritize. because maybe of his financial status or because of his legal status here in America. Representing people who can't afford their own lawyers is very important to me, as I come from a low-income family, and I know exactly what it's like to feel like your voice isn't heard because of your financial status.
As I continued seeing my peers around me to be influenced by alcohol consumption, I yearned for a stronger call to action in putting off this behavior. Joining the environmental prevention program offered at my school allowed me to promote against underage drinking as a peer leader, but like every journey, we had a challenge along the way. When I mentioned that we were going to create counter ads for a final proposal, my group members struggled to come up with how to do so. This led them to start doubting their abilities and our overall project. I also began worrying, but that's when it occurred to me that, as a peer leader, this was the time for me to step in. With the help of my coordinator, I dedicated next week's workshop to a counter ad activity to help my members practice outlining a plan rather than having them create it on the spot. I could see their confidence grow as they shared their responses out loud and engaged in the conversation more thrillingly. Now we were back on track to where we finally arranged counter ads that opposed advertisements promoting alcoholism to young audiences. Through this experience, not only was I able to yield a stepping stone to an issue relevant to my community, but I also learned that a leader is beyond a title to hold, and that they take the responsibility of uplifting the group, especially in moments of discouragement.
During my sophomore year, I've started my own STEM club and was the first educational club in my school, called the Brentford Society, where at the time it was just a educational club where we host tutor sections. I wanted to show how a small school club can turn into a non-profit organization. Through hard work and true dedication, we can have an impact, and I learned how to become a true leader, open to change, constantly seeking for a new way to support and motivate others.
I experienced stress in my life, so if I discover a way to help myself, I can offer that to others. I would like to offer assistance to individuals who are in need. Many people face difficulties because their problems go unheard and lack attention. These little problems affect people who didn't get the chance to get that kind of care. I want to be a psychologist because when I was young, I was a shy kid and I couldn't talk to people. I can see Koshland Young Leader Awards as a flame in the dark that's gonna lead me and direct me to the path through my journey to success. That can help me and other students to stand up for our dreams and give us a hope.
Growing up in San Francisco, my family has been affected by financial instability. I wanted to set the idea that no matter the inequity you face, no matter how much the system pushes back against you, that there is still a glimpse of hope at the top, where even though you might have had to take 100 flights of stairs up to the top and your peers might have taken the elevator, that you still have succeeded at the end of the line, and you've shown that people like you have and will and can do the same.